throughout the centuries, people always had a really strong connection or a really strong bond when it comes to animals, indeed. And this is a beautiful thing because, of course, you know, we are all connected. We are all sharing this earth. We are all sharing this energy. We are all sharing this particular vibration. We can understand each other in so many different ways, on so many different levels. I mean, animals are absolutely beautiful. They are gorgeous and they are most certainly adorable. I absolutely love animals and most certainly could not live without animals. There is a very, very strong connection when it comes to humans and animals, and it's powerful. It's a very, very powerful indeed. You know, animals can heal humans and humans can heal animals, you know. So animals can heal humans and humans can heal animals, and this is an absolutely wonderful thing. And of course, animals are not able to talk and express themselves in this particular way, but when it comes to the actual power of energy, you know, projecting this energy on humans or towards people, and especially if people and animals know each other and they're sharing elements of, you know, sharing their lives together and things like that, of course the people and animals are most certainly able to communicate. They're not able to communicate, I mean, we are not able to communicate by speaking the same language, but you know what, we are most certainly actually speaking the same language on another hand, because we are talking to each other energetically. We are talking to each other by looking at each other's eyes. We are talking to each other by being in contact with each other, you know. We are just simply looking at each other and we are able to communicate. And this is the beauty, because we are using the power of being in the same realm, the power of being in the same energy, the power of being in the same dimension. We are using all these things and of course the power of connection in order to communicate. So yes, most certainly humans and animals, yes indeed, are able to communicate, and it is a wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous and ever so amazing thing. And on another hand, we don't need to know these animals in order to be able to communicate. You know, maybe you can go out somewhere and you see the particular animal and then you can make this connection. You know, it all depends on your energy and it all depends on this animal's energy, of course. So it can be basically a wild animal, you know, that you see for the first time ever in your life, and then you're still able to make this particular connection. It really, really depends what type of energy is in between you two, what is going on, you know, in what kind of element you are, in what kind of dimension you are, you know. On another hand, what else I was going to say, which is absolutely wonderful when it comes to animals, it's basically the fact that also, you know, apart from animals being in people's lives, you know, for centuries, for many, many, many years, for long time, this has indeed been going on, you know. But apart from that, when it comes to animals, you see, another interesting thing, beautiful, gorgeous, amazing thing is that what I wanted to say is the beauty of the actual connection when it comes to spirituality. I mean, I've already mentioned that the animals have the ability to heal us, and we also have the ability to heal animals as well. I mean, it's remarkable because they can also like pick on certain things when it comes to us. If we are unwell, if we are unhappy, if we are hurting somewhere, you know, whether this is like emotional, if we feel really low, if we feel really down, if we feel really depressed, you know, if we feel really anxious, you know, the animals are able to pick up on it and just come to you. And they did, you know, the cats, for example, dogs, or any type of animals for that matter. But the cat, for example, when the cat comes to you and when the cat starts purring around you and you feel really unwell and things like that, and something is wrong with you perhaps, then, you know, this is the power of healing that the cat is using on you. Because on one hand, the cat understands, or any other animal, for example, understands that something is not right with you. But then on another hand, cat also fully understands its own power when it comes to the actual healing. So by the process of purring around you, the cat has got an absolutely magical, beautiful, gorgeous ability to heal people at the same time. But this is also when it comes to dogs, and also when it comes to any other animal. As soon as the dog, for example, like picks up on that something is not right with the person, you know, it has been recorded so many times, my lord, it has been recorded so many times that something was wrong with the person, for example, and then physically, and then the dog is able to sniff that particular part on the person's body, you know. And very often people find out like things, oh my god, I was unwell, I had this illness, I had that illness, and my dog was able to pick up on it because it was constantly like hanging on around that particular area, you know, that particular point. My god, it happens so many times. And this is also an absolutely remarkable, because they're able to sense, they're able to feel, they're able to get this energy, dogs, and completely understand that something is not quite right when it comes to the energy points, and then the person becomes unwell, the person becomes ill. And this is also wonderful, you see, because dogs can know, they can feel, they can sense. But also on another hand, apart from that, dogs also have the ability, like every other animal, I'm just using dog and the cat as an example, okay, but like every other animal, as soon as they come in contact with you, as soon as they sit in your lap, for example, as soon as they kind of share your energy, as soon as they share your dimension, at that moment in time when you feel a little bit low, when you feel unwell, you know, you are most certainly almost immediately benefiting from this wonderful vibration, from this wonderful energy. Lots of people can't even understand completely why do they love animals so much, but you know, subconsciously people are able to connect to animals in some cases, like, oh my god, like more than to some other people. Animals are really beautiful, they're wonderful, and they're full of surprises at the same time. I mean, really often people get really surprised, like, oh my god, did you see that crocodile just became the best friend with a human, you know. And there is this particular story, Poncho, I think he was called, the man. And there was this man that actually, you know, he was in walking by the river, and I think the man's name was Poncho, or the alligator's name, or I think the man's name was Poncho, seriously. And the story was that basically man was walking by the river, and then he saw like an injured crocodile or an alligator, I'm not too sure, sorry, crocodile or another alligator, and then this man, this gorgeous man, beautiful man, he just decided to help it, and then he took the crocodile or alligator away, and then it was feeding it, and then they become like really great friends, and people just couldn't believe it. I mean, it's a story, you can go and check it out if you didn't see it. It was quite a big, huge, massive, famous story. I mean, I think that crocodile is dead now, he's not alive anymore, but it's just basically, my point is that they started doing these tricks, like for example for amusements, you know, and things like that, the man was able to put his head in the crocodile's mouth, for example, inside the water. But this is how friendly they were, and the crocodile would not dare to touch him. The crocodile would not dare to hurt him, you see. And this was incredible. People just couldn't believe. People absolutely couldn't believe how friendly they were. That was like a dog or a cat to that man, and it was incredible and it was amazing. But it just shows and it proves the point that the animal, no matter I suppose how scary it is, it just all goes by this vibration and by this wonderful energy. And this man, this wonderful man, you know, he managed to make a very strong connection with this crocodile or alligator, you know, and the animal picked up on it. The animal was fully aware what this man has done for this animal, because the man cured this animal. The animal was, as I said, kind of affected, you know, the animal was really badly injured, and the animal knew exactly what happened. And this is the thing that I'm saying, that, you know, it's the connection with the animals and humans. It's remarkable. It goes by that particular energy, so that we don't need to talk. And this is why I find the whole thing absolutely magical. The whole point is that I think that literally almost any animal can be the friend to the actual human, as long as you have this animal, I suppose, since it's like a baby, you know. And this is what am I saying, that how smart the animals are, and what a strong and powerful connections animals and humans actually have. It's remarkable, remarkable, remarkable. And then on another hand, you see, there is another connection, like connected connection, I suppose, connection connected to the animals. There is another very strong and powerful connection when it comes to the animals. For example, like when it comes to on a spiritual level, deep spiritual level, because they're very much so connected to us. They're very much so connected to our realm. Everything that is around us, it's meant to be around us at that very moment in time. Everything that we see, we are meant to see. Everything we are are part of, we are meant to be part of, because we are also, as we are living our lives on our spiritual journey, we are living our lives according to our karma and according to our spiritual journey. So therefore, there are going to be challenges, there are going to be things, on every single day that we're going to come across, but it's going to be up on us how we're going to deal with them. And this is the way we give a chance to our spirit to grow, to improve, and to evolve where it's meant to evolve. But now, what I was going to say when it comes to that, for example, is to do with animals, like a deep, powerful, and strong spiritual connection with the animals. And what does it have to do with this? Well, a very strong connection indeed when it comes to like a spirit animals. You see, this has also been going on for long time. This is a well-known old thing when it comes to the spirit animals and people, a very strong connection on a spiritual level, on a much deeper spiritual level. So now I'm talking about things when we find ourselves in the right place at the right time, when we find ourselves like feeling in a certain way, when we find ourselves like a feeling like a little bit confused, when we find ourselves like really doubting certain things, when we find ourselves like contemplating a lot, when we find ourselves like not knowing what to do, when we find ourselves like being really confused. The life is really complex indeed in many different ways, and it's very deep. And the reason why I was saying all this is because of that particular strong connection with animals on a much deeper and much higher and much more powerful levels when it comes to the deepness of its own spirituality, when it comes to our dimension, and when it comes to our psychic awareness, and when it comes to our subconscious mind. These absolutely wonderful spirit animals are incredible because they come to us like when we need them maybe the most. Not particularly these animals, but they bring us a message, they bring us a powerful, strong, significant message that we so much need, and we may not understand that message at that moment in time necessarily, but as the time goes by and the things evolve more, unfold more, then the more things we understand with each step we take, because we saw that particular animal when it comes to the actual our spirit animal. So this is why they're so powerful, because they appear when we need the most. And there are a couple of ways to look at the things. First of all, you see how you felt when you saw this animal. For example, when you were wondering about things, you may not even know that this is your spirit animal, but there could be a certain animal or certain bird that could actually be appearing to you every single time when you feel a little bit lost, and then you might have realized this by now. But on another hand, this is very important that you could actually have more than one spirit animal, you see, appearing at the different occasions, at the different levels, or at the different parts of your life. Maybe you're thinking about love, and then you're going to have a little bird appearing. Maybe you're going to be thinking about work, and then you're going to have a little fox appearing. Maybe you're going to be thinking about, oh, what should I do? And then you're going to have a wolf appearing somewhere. It really depends. You can have a one spirit animal, but then you can have like 5 different spirit animals. It really depends. However, they're wonderful, and they always appear to guide us. You can take it in a way, like for example, if it's a bird, then it's a lot to do with the freedom. It's a lot to do with you being yourself. It's a lot to do with doing the right thing, and it's a lot to do with like a pointing towards those things that you should be that are worrying you, that you're not too sure about how long they're going to take, but they're going to happen really quickly. That all so many different elements which you can use in order to connect. So if you see bird, then you think what symbolic meaning of the bird would be. Like for example, it's just what I just said, but then also at the same time, how did you feel at around that time? What was on your mind when you saw that bird? What was on your mind in that particular morning? There's so many different elements of that you can actually use in order to understand more your spiritual path, your spiritual journey. So therefore it helps you very deeply to connect, reconnect, and also to make the best possible decisions, in your lives. They're appearing as an omens, they're appearing as signs, they're appearing in our dreams, that are very much so connected to us, and they're guiding us all the time. And this is what I find absolutely remarkable. This is to do with our strong connection, human strong connection with animals in general, but also when it comes to the spirit guides and when it comes to the spirituality. And what am I going to do right now? I'm going to do like a little tarot card reading, like an oracle card card reading, and I'm going to take a card for each sign for the 2021, okay? For this year, 2021, we are just entering the brand new year, the whole new year, 2021. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to shuffle these cards, these oracle cards, and I'm going to take a card for each sign, and I will tell you what is going to be a spirit animal throughout 2021, okay? I'm going to take an oracle card for each card, and I will tell you what is your spirit animal going to be for 2021, for the whole year, and what its message is going to be for you, and how you can actually reflect on it, how you can use it, you know, how you can understand this, you know, and things like that. So I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards, okay? And I'm going to see what is going to be an spirit animal for Aries, my gorgeous Aries. I'm going to see what is this spirit animal going to be for Aries, and this is for 2021, okay? So it's, oh my God, this is absolutely beautiful. You see this? Your spirit animal is gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful, cute, gorgeous animals. I love all animals, of course, but you are having a dolphin, my gorgeous Aries, indeed, okay? And this is so brilliant because it's giving you power of direction, it's giving you power of balance, it's giving you power of subconscious mind, which is very quickly going to guide you towards the right direction, which means that on one hand, you know, throughout 2021, more than anything, you need to trust to your own intuition, okay? Because your intuition is probably going to be at a very, very strong point, like at the strongest point that you've had in a long, long time. The dolphin is absolutely beautiful animal, and it's representing the freedom, it's representing the friendliness, it's representing the beauty, it's representing the power, it's representing the intelligence, it's representing the being unique, it's representing like also like an absolute smartness and intelligence. It's about the equal balance of intelligence and the subconscious mind, that it's going to be absolutely bombastic, which means that intuitively you will be very, very strong, and there are lots of things that are going to be coming to you this year, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. And it's the best is for throughout the year to not to kind of doubt yourself, and don't kind of overthink. If something comes to you, just do it. If something comes to you, just go for it. You know, it's a lot like about the challenges. You know, it's a very challenging year that you are going to have, but most certainly you are going to trust your intuition. This year you're gonna achieve things really, really quickly. So this year your spirit animal, my gorgeous Aries, is a dolphin. And what does that mean? On another hand as well, if you do see the dolphin, maybe you can see it live if you're lucky, you know. Maybe you can see it on TV, maybe you can just see it somewhere in the book, maybe you can see it somewhere on the internet. So if you see the actual dolphin, my gorgeous Aries, that also means that an important moment is coming, but also you need to pay attention to what you were thinking about and what you were doubting, okay? Because it's helping you to pick the answer by telling you to follow your own intuition. So every single time when you see a dolphin this year, come across the dolphin, my gorgeous Aries, just pay attention to what was bothering you on that day, within the last few days, what was bothering you, what was preventing you to move on, what is bringing you problems, because it's bringing you the actual realization that, you know, you need to trust your own intuition, okay? And your own intuition most certainly is not going to lead you astray. So it's every single time it's going to bring you the message like this, and the message that an opportunity is going to be just right behind the corner for you, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be your the animal spirit Okay, the spirit animal for my gorgeous and my ever so precious Taurinis, my gorgeous Taurus. Oh my God, this is remarkable, my gorgeous Taurus. Look, you are Taurinis, you are having exactly the same thing. You are having a dolphin, and this is remarkable. You see, when it comes to you, this is also going to be pointing you towards all sorts of direction, okay? Dolphin is a powerful animal, which means that there is a lot that you're gonna realize about yourself this year, but most certainly those quirky and unusual and weird things that maybe lots of people couldn't understand about you, maybe you couldn't understand completely, but you were just doing them. You know, you will be able to prove an important point for yourself this year, but also for an important point for the people around you. This is a remarkable card, a remarkable animal to have as a spirit animal, and it's just also showing you that the level of your personal intelligence when it comes to your spirituality and when it comes to your a general way of thinking, you know, it's going to be really, really high this year. And also, let me tell you that this is a fantastic problem solver. So when it comes to 2021, you are going to find yourself on top of things, but you just need to remember to trust yourself, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed. You also need to remember that this is an important, really important animal. So every single time when you, this is a very special animal, you know, very beautiful animal and very unique animal. It's extremely intelligent, but also the power of its mind is like remarkable when it comes to its subconscious mind and its ability to connect. You are going to find yourself on a very, very high and powerful spiritual level, which is at around the mid-year going to slowly start redirecting you towards the most powerful spiritual journey of your life. You're going to realize something mind-blowing this year, which is most certainly going to change your mind, but it's about your own power, spirituality, things you want to do, and things like that. If you do see the actual dolphin, whether you can see it live, or if you can see it on the picture, or if you can see it somewhere like in the book, you can see it on the internet, just know that very soon an important message is going to come to you. But also at the same time, you also need to pay attention to what is actually on your mind, what is kind of preventing you to move on, what is kind of blocking you, what is kind of stopping you, what is bringing you down, what are the problems that you have. When you have this wonderful animal, there is also going to be an unfoldment of the problem at the same time, because this is your little wonderful, wonderful messenger indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to check the spirit animal for is going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious Gemini, my gorgeous Gemini, my beautiful Gemini. Okay, for those of you that don't follow me, or if you're seeing me for the first time, you will know that every single sign of Zodiac I gave a different name to. Okay, so you, my gorgeous Gemini, look at this turkey. This is wonderful, and it's also representing, you know, that, you know, the more you actually give this year, the more it's going to get back to you. This is the year of building, this is the year of creating, this is the year of doing and making things, but it's also the year of taking challenge. You know, every single challenge that you get this year, you should most certainly take it on, because it's meant to be there, and it's going to be the fundamental part of your spiritual journey. This is a very important animal, my gorgeous Gemini, because it's basically going to also prepare you. You know, it means that you are prepared for something very important. Very important preparation is going to come up. Very important preparation for you, it's going to happen, Gemini. And once it happens, you know, you will just know that the certain things are going to start changing for you. What I want to say to you that it's really important, you know, the turkey is representing the beauty, it's representing uniqueness, it's representing the quirkiness, and it's representing you being yourself. You need to be yourself. The more yourself you are this year, the more you're gonna get out of. But but then on another hand, as I said, the more you project this year, the more you're gonna get out of it. Whatever you do, whatever you focus on, this year you're gonna realize how powerful you are, how significant you are to people in your life. This year you're gonna realize your own uniqueness, but also you're gonna realize your own power. You know, where you had a lots of things to think about that were kind of bringing you down and making you feel so uncertain in terms of feeling a little bit uncomfortable, where you needed a little bit of like a self-esteem, where you needed a little bit of confidence. You know, this is all going to bounce back this year, and it's going to give you the opportunity to work on, you know, because what you're going to do this year and what you're going to come across and what you're going to actually see, it's literally going to change your life. Okay, every single time you also need to know that when you see like a turkey, whether this is going to be on the television, whether this is going to be in the book, whether this is going to be like you know, whether this is going to be like somewhere in the forest, or, you know, whether this is going to be somewhere on the farm, you know, you just need to know that very soon an opportunity is going to knock on the door, but most importantly, an annoying problem is going to come to an end. But you will know exactly which problem this is by thinking like what was on your mind over the last few days, and this is also going to be a very strong connection when it comes to you having that particular vision, but also the problem is going to come to an end by you having a vision and knowing exactly what is actually going to happen, my gorgeous Gemininis. Indeed, this is a very interesting animal, but then again, at the same time, as I said, you know, the more you project this year, the more you're gonna get out of it. Whatever you do, whether this is work, whether this is career, whether these are emotions, you know, whether this is your family, whether these are your relationships, whether these are your friends, you need to understand that turkey is representing your energy being able to go so much further, but also to bounce back with the beauty and with the actual reward for things that you're doing and you're projecting. So this is a very powerful animal, my gorgeous Geminini, indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious Cancerini. My gorgeous Cancer, your spirit animal is oh, dog. How gorgeous, you know. This is like, yeah, look at the dog. This is fantastic. It represents friendliness. It represents communication. It represents warmth. It represents like people being together. It represents like a strong connections in general. It represents like emotions. It represents feelings. It represents like being very powerful when it comes to the actual intuition. This is one of the most beautiful and gorgeous animals that you can have as your spirit guide, you know, throughout the year, because a lot of people are in general having a very strong connection with dogs anyway, because they are very special animals like all the other animals, but the people do have a very strong connection with dogs. So this, you know, card most certainly for you represent that people in your life are going to be playing an important role when it comes to you, my gorgeous Cancerini. People in general are going to be playing an important role in your life. You should just spend time with people as much as you can, because you're going to learn from people this year a lot. You know, you're going to learn from people so much about yourself, about other people, about your life, about other experiences, which are going to be fundamental to you to make a really important decision by the end of the year. So people are going to be playing a really important part to you. And also this year, this is an important sign that you should be really doing strictly those things that are making you feel really happy, those things that are making you feel really good, those things that are making you feel really excited, you know, because you are also going to have a really relevant and strong power to advance yourself so much by using the energy in this particular way, because you will be able to go so much further, because you've got this wonderful wonderful animal representing your animal throughout this actual year. On another hand, of course, if you see animals, you know, there are lots of dogs, you know, that you can see on daily basis, but then it's the particular one that you see that you feel a very strong connection with, that you will know this is something that it's part of your energy. your dimension, your own realm. So you will be able to know that this is your dog, for example, that this is your sign, you know. So when you see this dog, or even if you dream about it, for example, you know, this is also an important indication, you know, that most certainly there is more energy that you need to put into something that you're working on, that you are doing, that you're projecting, that you're trying to make, that you're trying to create, that you're working on. Every single time when you see the dog, whether this is in your dreams or whether this is outside, this is the sign that you need to project more energy towards something that you're doing. You need to work on it a bit more, maybe in a different way, maybe in a different style, maybe you need to look at the things from a different angle, you know. It's a very powerful animal in so many different ways indeed. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Leonis. Let's see what is going to be, let's see what is going to be your, sorry, I just dropped all the oracle cards. Let's see what is going to be your spirit animal for this year 2021, my gorgeous Leonis. My gorgeous Leos. Oh, turtle. This is, oh my God. I think that you're going to find yourself being really wise this year, my gorgeous Leonis, because the turtle is all about being really wise, all about being really smart, all about being really interesting. It's about achieving things. It's about surprising people. It's about surprising yourself, but it's also surprising other people around you. The turtle is representing, you know, the ability to go for a really, really long time, the ability to actually surprise yourself. Turtles are really, really wise. They're really smart. We feel a very strong connection with the turtles. You know, we can't even explain it. Like so many people, you know, are feeling a very strong connection with turtles. This is because they're really beautiful animals in and out. They're very interesting, but also at the same time, they have this very specific energy about them. You know, they're unique in so many different ways, and they are protected. You're gonna find yourself in a spiritual way like very powerful, and you're almost gonna feel like you're really protected, and there's a lot in spirituality and the spiritual way that is actually going to be confirmed to you throughout this year, and this is going to help you to get you going, to keep you going, you know. This is going to help you to contain and maintain that personal flame and the personal fire within you when it comes to your passion and when it comes to the things that you are doing, you know. It's a very important year for you, because it's going to help you realize, you're going to realize how unique you are. A special reward is going to come to you, special reward is going to happen to you, but it's going to come to you this year, my gorgeous Leonis, but it's more about the realization that you should most certainly carry on with a specific part of your life that you thought that it slowly came to an end, with a specific part of your life that really confused you, with a specific part of your life that brings you down a little bit, you know, but you just need to know that you really need to carry on. This is a very strong card, very important card, and it also means so much more on a much deeper level. It means that by the end of the year 2021, you're not only going to surprise yourself, it's to do with the success, is to do with achievement, but you're also going to surprise so many people around yourself in the best possible way, and you are going to be able to prove an absolutely enormous giant point, okay, to yourself and to the world. What you were doing and what you were on about and what you were focusing on, you were absolutely right. There were so many elements of uncertainties that were actually brought to you by maybe things not moving in the right direction when it comes to its speed. So now this in itself, this is going to be changing. This is absolutely remarkable, you see. To you as well, my gorgeous Leonis, this is the year of your passion, but this is also the year of the huge massive achievement, but you are going to discover something so beautiful and something so special about yourself. And once that happens, this is going to require from you to make a certain move, and this is going to be the big one also. This is going to be something really important that is just going to take a little bit of planning and consideration and one step at a time, but but then you're gonna have important beginning stages, new beginning stages. Every single time when you see this animal, my gorgeous Leonis, whether you see this like on television, whether you see it alive, whether you see it somewhere outside, you just need to know that, you know, the very special reward is coming, but this will be very, very beautiful and very special. And this is the way this animal is going to communicate to you. This is the way the communication is going to be. Something that you have been working for a long, long time. It's about to bring you a very special and a powerful reward. You know, every single time when you come across the turtle, you will need to know that something that you have been doing for a long time is bringing you a beautiful moment, beautiful flower, beautiful rose, a beautiful reward, you know. And it's something that you're so passionate about. And every single time you have a little reward, you know, there is another opportunity going to be there for you not that long after that, you know. So you just need to be able to single it out. You just need to be able to realize it. You just need to be able to notice it. You know, it's a bit of a challenging situation at the time, but no, most certainly it's a very, very positive card. This year you're going to make an important impact, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Virgolinis, my gorgeous Virgos, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Your spirit animal is, oh my God, Hummingbird. How gorgeous, look at this, Hummingbird, which means, you know, it represents freedom, it represents success, it represents surprise. You're going to surprise yourself. It's symbolic for surprise, for success, for uniqueness, for quirkiness, for its power, for its ability to fly really, really fast, you know, for its ability to be so unique, for its ability to be so beautiful. But then they're very intelligent little creatures at the same time. You see, you really, my gorgeous Virgolinis, I mean, oh my God, anything that comes to you also this year, you should just do it. But it's to do with the quirkiness, it's to do with the uniqueness. You need to open yourself to yourself in order to let yourself out. It's very important. The way you're going to let yourself out this year, my gorgeous Virgolinis, with this gorgeous card is you just need to do things as quirky as possible. Do not try to have anyone to put like a certain things into your mind, like do not like a negative things, like a low things, like a downer and things like that. You just simply need to follow your own energy by understanding your own path. And once you do this, you're going to be very, very, very successful. This is going to be a really powerful year for you, because on one hand, you know, it's this realization that you are going to have. It's exactly what you should be doing, but it's going to surprise you, you know, a little bit. Lots of elements of surprise. But inside, within you, you are going to feel very strongly. You're going to feel very passionate about about these things. So it's most certainly the year of success, a great achievement, but also most certainly you need to follow your passion. This is really, really important, my gorgeous Virgolinis. This is such a powerful little creature. You know, the hummingbirds are one of the cutest little things, you know. And as I said, it's also like represents wisdom. It's representing a power, but it's also representing something really tiny, but really mighty. You know, you are most certainly going to be able to like approve a certain point this year, but this is purely to do with your own success. This is probably going to be one of the most powerful years for you, as long as you are staying on your path by following your own intuition. It is going to be quite confusing year in so many different ways, so you just must ignore the negativities and follow your own light. And by following your own light, you are going to have one of the greatest achievements ever. This means that you will have an important time of freedom, an important time of transformation, an important time of rebirth, an important time of adjustment. It means that there is gonna, half of your life is gonna change completely, but in the best possible way. But that half of your life that is going to change, it's all those things that have been at the back of your mind for a really, really long time. It's just the difference is that this year you are going to be able to achieve them. This is representing freedom, it's representing happiness, it's representing uniqueness, it's representing wiseness, it's representing your intuition, it's representing your third psychic eye, it's representing like you doing things like really quickly, it's representing an important message, and after that message you are going to have an important swift change at the same time. This is remarkable, and also absolutely mind-blowing advice at the same time. Every single time when you see this gorgeous little bird, my gorgeous Virgolinis, this is wonderful, because you will know, you know, whether you're gonna see this bird like a flying outside, you know, whether you're gonna see this bird on the television, whether you're gonna see it in the picture, it doesn't really matter the way you're gonna connect to this bird. You see, it doesn't really matter, but you will know that it's meant to be part of your vision, it's meant to be part of your realm, it's meant to be part of your dimension. You will know it, so you will know that this is your sign. But every single time you see this little creature, it's just a reminder to be yourself. It's a reminder that you need to be unique, you need to be quirky, but it's also a reminder that you are about to have the opportunity that is going to happen like this, you know, like so much quicker than what you would normally think that it's actually going to happen, you see. So this is something to pay attention to, because it's bringing you this gorgeous spiritual key when it comes to the actual effect, you know, of the problem, that it's going to come out to be optimistic and positive for you, rather than it's not actually going to happen. So it's really representing you the opportunity which is coming to you, and it's not going to be that long. Every single time when you see it or you dream about it, and you know, you should just really literally go for it. And even if it seems like impossible, even if it seems like, oh, it's going to take absolute ages, even if it seems like really crazy, you should most certainly go for it, because this is what this cute little creature is actually trying to let you know. This is what this cute little creature is actually representing. Remarkable freedom, 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 excitement, happiness, but only when you allow yourself to be yourself, to follow your path and ignore the negativities, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Libra. Libra, for those of you who don't know, I give a name to every single sign. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous Libra. Okay. Oh my gosh, you see, your actual spirit animal is the actual lizard. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really love lizards. I love chameleons. I love all these things. They're absolutely wonderful. They're gorgeous. And lizard means that, you know, you are going to be doing things smoothly this year, my gorgeous Libra. You know, all you need to do is just like stay grounded throughout this year. Stay calm and kind of stick to yourself, you know, in particular when it comes to the planning, because you are going to have an important and very clever and very smart plan this year. And the plan that you're going to have, it's going to start changing quite a lot, because as soon as you start like concentrating and thinking about it, there are so many other paths and visions that are going to become available to you, because you are going to start opening your psychic channels like there is no tomorrow. So there is an important plan that you're going to start having, my gorgeous Libra, as of the beginning of 2021. And the more you think about planning, the more you think about these processes, the more you're going to invite into your life in terms of the energy when it comes to understanding, connecting your subconscious mind in so many different levels, and therefore a lot is going to be unfolded to you, my gorgeous Libra. This is absolutely wonderful, a little spirit animal to actually have, but it's also, you are gonna find out something very interesting, you know, this year. And what you're gonna find that is gonna be rather interesting this year, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to help you to kind of change a certain part of your life, because there is the decision that you're gonna change, and this is gonna be really big, and something that you really wanted to do, that you wanted to make, you're simply gonna change your mind. And sometimes we just grow out of things, you know, we change change ourselves, and this happens because it's like basically you're reaching a very powerful moment in your spiritual journey, and there was so much happening over the last 2 or 3 years, you know, that changed people a little bit. It changed people's way of thinking. But when it comes to you, you know, this affected you, it affected your planning, and it affected you on a wise scale, and being wise, and made you even more wise about the specific situations in your life. So therefore, this is going to be the year of changes, but also they're going to be very, very wise changes indeed. Pay attention to the vision that you're going to have. This vision is going to be absolutely remarkable, and it's going to be super important when it comes to its unfoldment at around the end of the year. This gorgeous little animal, my gorgeous Libra, means that, you know, it's all about the change. It's all about the remarkable ability to change. And you will realize how much your life can actually change, and how things can change in life, but in the best possible way. And this is going to bring you the fresh new start. And I really like it, because this beautiful lizard, it's all about changing itself. It's all about fast. It's all about being able to take care of itself. It's all about being able to escape all sorts of like a danger, you know. And that's how you're going to find yourself, you know, on top of things. But most certainly it's going to bring you a wonderful, wonderful path, a wonderful change, which is going to happen for you this year, my gorgeous Libra. You know, it's a lot to do with the balance, but it's also a lot to do with the change. If you see these gorgeous little animals, my gorgeous Libra, you just need to understand, you, like everybody else, it's meant to be there. It's meant to be part of your dimension. But every single time you see like a little lizard, you just need to understand that there is a, you know, very important process coming up, you know, and it's not going to be long. You know, after you see the lizard, you will know that there is a very important process of change coming up, and it's very, very significant. And that change of a process of change is going to seem less important than what it is. And the lizard is going to let you know that this is going to be this is what the lizard is going to do. It's going to let you know that this change is going to be something that you should be paying attention to. So it's, first of all, it's going to seem something really tiny, but oh my lord, it's going to grow something really, really unique, really huge, really important, because this is to do with the fundamental part of your spiritual journey. And this is what your spirit animal is going to do every single time. It's going to let you know that there is a certain change that you should be paying attention to, that you should be part of, because it's going to be huge, and it's going to turn into something really huge, because it's going to ultimately change you and redirect you on the path where you actually should be. Remarkable, you know. And it means also, on another hand, you know, that, you know, the more true colors you're showing, my gorgeous Libra, the more significant and the more powerful you are going to be, because it's about this energy that you are creating, very magnetic, powerful energy, which also universally works in such a way where you just bring and attract things very powerfully into your life. Trust me, my babies, this is the year, my gorgeous Libra, to be as optimistic as you can, because by being down or low, it's gonna be like kind of worst, you know, and because you're gonna double up on that energy and invite more into it. So you really have to pay attention to be optimistic indeed. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Scorpione. And you know, I'm just gonna have a little bit of water. Look, it's here. Okay, water. I need water. Sorry, I went to run earlier. Chin chin. Oh, gorgeous. I'm addicted to water. Scorpione, I love you so much, my babies. I'm just going to take this oracle card out, and I'm going to see what is your spirit animal going to be, my gorgeous Scorpione. Oh my god, look at this porcupine. I mean, how cute. You are going to realize your own power when it comes to your own protection. Something is going to be proven to you this year. You're gonna be able to prove your point, but this is a lot to do with your way of thinking. It's a lot to do with your way of planning. It's a lot to do with the things that you have been like kind of uncertain about, but then lots of other people made you even more confused about it, about that particular subject, because they were uncertain about that sorry, about that particular subject. So now there is a very big and important point that you're actually going to be able to prove, my gorgeous Scorpione, and I really like it, because most important thing is that you have done something and you have been working on something, and now you're about to have your own reward, and this is pretty much so to do with you and your ability to actually protect yourself, you know. And you also need to pay attention to, throughout this year, what comes to you, you know. Don't worry, you know, the situation is really crazy and it's really like kind of strange and negative at the moment. Yes, I know, I understand, but just trust me that you will have this very deep and intuitive power which is going to be guiding you throughout this year. There is a very, very important moment that you will have, and you know what, you just need to remember to be stubborn, almost stubborn, when it comes to those things that you feel very strongly about, because throughout this year you're gonna find yourself like proving a little point. Unfortunately, you are gonna have to like kind of work a little bit in order to prove your point, but the most significant and important thing is here that the point is going to be real, the point is going to be true, the point is going to be right. So this is something that you just need to kind of understand, that throughout this year you're gonna need to be able to stand your ground, most certainly, but stay grounded, stand your ground and prove your point. What else I was going to say that is going to take place this year? A wonderful new beginning, an important new beginning. You're one of the signs, my gorgeous Scorpiones, who are going to be very much so affected this year in a quite unusual way. And when I say that you're going to be affected in an unusual way when it comes to the new beginning, well, it's more going to be like a stroppy little situation that is going to happen when you need to kind of defend something, to protect yourself. I mean, not in an aggressive, crazy way, but it's just more like kind of standing your own ground. Every time when you're standing your own ground, you know, things are going to seem so vivid, you know, things are going to seem so unusual, you know, so colorful, in many different ways, in particular when it comes to your own passion, which is going to help you to express yourself. One point this year when you're expressing yourself and your passion, something is going to come to you, something is going to change, something is going to happen, and it's going to be remarkable. It's going to be absolutely like ooh la la. Something will be really unlocked within you. At that moment in time will be kind of very, very interesting, because you know, you're not going to realize straight away, but a few days later there is a remarkable vision that you are going to have, my gorgeous Scorpione, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. But it's going to happen at the time when you're standing your ground when it comes to your passion. So what this means, my gorgeous Scorpione, you know, it means that you're going to have a remarkable new beginning, but also it means that this is the year when you should just follow your passion and do those things that make you feel really good. But you're also gonna discover something absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to your life and when it comes to your passion, and this in itself is going to bring you the whole new beginning. I really, really like it, and this is a lot about you being you and you allowing yourself to be you. Porcupine also means, you know, it's about your uniqueness. It's about the ability to defend yourself, not like literally defend yourself, but you know, it means that, you know, the best way to protect yourself, and you need to remember that this year, is to follow your intuition. This is the best way, because this little baby here, it's all about little spikes, you know, but it's very cute, because I've watched a video when he was like just like a little puppy, very friendly, you know. But in spiritual terms, it means, you know, that you are going to protect yourself really, the way to protect yourself this year is to basically to just follow your intuition. It's more important than ever, because there are going to be lots of informations this year that are going to be mental, that are going to be crazy, they're not going to make sense, and I need you to remember, watch the balance, follow your intuition. If something doesn't seem right, move on. If certain people seem like really strange, move on. If certain people are doing strange things but everybody else is telling you that they're good, Move on. Listen to your own intuition, my gorgeous Scorpion. It's important. This year it's more crucial for you than ever to listen to your intuition and to open your eyes and to see things for what they are without having like a salt and pepper and ketchup and tomato by other people being put into the situation, trying to make your own situation in a completely different way. Try to stay away from any type of like a mind control and things like that. So this is why you need to protect yourself from this, because this week this year you will be sensitive when it comes to like a mind control and things like that. So this is why, this is how you protect yourself. It's very important more than ever, my gorgeous Scorpioni. And what else I was going to say, so every time you see this gorgeous little animal, you know, it's representing the quirkiness, it's representing again being unique, it's representing the freedom, it's representing the friendliness, it's representing like you trusting your own intuition, but it's also representing the actual shield, the energy shield of protection that you at the same time build around you. By trusting your intuition, you protect yourself. As I said, the year is going to be weird, but because you're like a very powerful in so many different ways, you know, you're able to pick up on energies, so therefore you can be affected by the energies. So you need to protect yourself, and you can only protect yourself by building the protective shield, like what this gorgeous porcupine actually has in a spiritual terms, of course, you know, and that is going to be remarkable. And on another hand, you know, very, very big, special, massive, huge, enormous new beginning you will have. New beginning, new life, new stage, new option, new opportunity. Ooh la la, remarkable. So if you do see these gorgeous little animals, you know, in the picture, if you see it like somewhere outside, or if you see it like on the television, you know, it doesn't matter how you see it. It's the point is the special connection and the power of connection by being able to share the same dimension, you and that animal, you know. Just remember that you are gonna need to protect yourself. So just remember, every single time you see this animal, you will be having a sign that you need to protect yourself, because basically you need to use your intuition. But someone is going to be around you, whether this is on TV, whether this is on the internet, whether this is outside, someone is going to be around you, and you need to protect yourself by putting that energetic shield around you, because this is the time when you need to trust your intuition more than ever. And this is what this gorgeous little animal is going to try to warn you every single time, to trust your intuition. And this is how you're going to protect yourself from like any type of negativity, lies, and things that could put you slightly off the path. It's going to help you to stay on the path, my gorgeous Scorpion. It's very powerful indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Sagittarini. Let's just see what is going to be your oracle card, my gorgeous Sagittarini, for this year 2021. Oh my God, I love this animal. You don't see it, I can see it. It's a bobcat. Oh my God, Sagittarini, look at this. I love this animal. I absolutely love this animal, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You know, this year you're gonna kind of like have a very, very interesting experience. The bobcat is trying to remind you that you are going to be very guided, very much so, you know, and you will be able to sense this, you will be able to feel this, you know, you will be able to connect to your life in a completely different angle, but also you will see something this year. And once you see this particular situation, once you become the part of this particular situation, a lot is going to start changing in your lives. You're going to see something, and this is going to give you an idea, and you're not going to be able to forget about that idea whatsoever. And I find this really wonderful, because at that moment in time, this is going to start changing your life by having an unfoldment. You know, this beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous animal represent the power. It represent connection. It represent communication. It represent the mystery. It represent the surprise. It represent like uniqueness, deepness on so many different levels. It represents like the understanding, you know. You are gonna find yourself like having lots of surprises throughout this year, my gorgeous Sagittarini, purely because your understanding of things is gonna be like on a, oh my lord, on like a ridiculously high and powerful level. And once that happens, you know, the whole picture is going to be like a completely different, you know, because there are going to be so many elements that you're gonna have to work on, you will want to work on, and they will surprise you. And this is most certainly something to pay attention to, okay? There are going to be like several urges that you are going to have this year that are going to rejuvenate you in so many different ways and point you towards the right direction. It's going to be very, very interesting, you know. An important mystery is going to be revealed to you, you know. And when that mystery is revealed to you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, so much is going to change. Immediately, a mystery, an information, a specific information you're going to have this year, okay? And the specific information that you're going to have, it's going to be very mysterious, like a mystery. Okay, and once that happens, you know, like almost immediately you will know what to do, because that mysterious situation is like revelation. It's just almost that very moment in time, it's going to put you on the path, it's going to put you on the journey where you're gonna see things that have been missing in your life, when you're gonna get things that have been missing in your life, when you're gonna have a strong connection and make a strong connection with those things that have been missing in your life for such a long time, okay? Don't be surprised when you have a very strong and special connection with the things that you used to do in your past, because also a very, very strong connection with the past you're going to have, because something is going to bounce back from your past and it's going to come into this world. But this is important because it's puzzle that's missing. So it's something that you used to do, you should be really doing, because now it requires from you to pay attention to it, because it's time for you to take it on the next level. This is remarkable because it's to do with a gorgeous, mysterious moment, my gorgeous Sagittarini, which is absolutely going to change everything, which means you're going to hear an information, you're going to see something, you're going to be part of the situation, you may be going to read about something, but this is going to start changing everything, and then you're going to realize how mysterious life actually is. This is remarkable, but it's also going to bring you a very special reward, karmic reward that you are going to have this year, my gorgeous Sagittarini. This is really great, and I have seen this karmic reward before, and it's very interesting how the bobcat is actually coming through, how the bobcat is actually coming forward. I absolutely love this animal, and it means that, you know, it's just this year you're about to get like a very special and relevant confidence, self-esteem and power. In fact, you will have a confidence, self-esteem and power the most enhanced you have had in a long time. It is about the strength which is about to be returned. It is about you having a control over a situation again. I'm not saying that you didn't have a control over a situation before, but I'm just saying that you're going to feel this very strongly. An important negotiation. Just listen to this, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because you are going to have a mind-blowing important negotiation. It may not even seem as important, but I'm letting you know now. And that negotiation is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, because it's almost immediately going to work really victorious and fantastic for you. It's going to change your life almost immediately, because it's just going to pinpoint you towards the right direction when it comes to you having an idea. That idea is going to be playing an important role when it comes to you stepping out of the situation that is bringing you down, and it's no longer serving you, and it's making you feel really uncomfortable. Very, very important animal, very beautiful animal indeed, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And it also means that if you actually see this animal, you know, maybe you're lucky enough to live around this animal. They're gorgeous, you know. Maybe you can see it outside, maybe you can see it on TV, maybe you can dream about that animal, it can come into your dreams. But every single time you see this animal, it's just going to try to let you know, make you aware of the mystery that it's coming through, that it's coming forward, which means that you're going to have a very strange moment moment, like you know, like a bit of a Twilight Zone-ish, you know, like a Twilight Zone moment. So when you see this gorgeous animal, you could just sleep, dream about it. You could even like meditate and it can come to your mind. You can have a little bit of a lucid dreaming and it can come into your mind. So many different ways, you know, in so many different ways this gorgeous animal spirit can enter your world. But every single time you come across this animal spirit in your real realm, in your dimension, you just need to know that you will be part of the very unusual dimension. You will be part of the very unusual energy within the next few days, which means that you're going to find out something very important and very relevant at around that time. You will see something that you wanted. You will see something that you needed. You will see something that is going to help you understand things that have been slowing you down and the things that have been confusing you around you. You know, very important news, a very important moment this beautiful animal spirit is bringing you, my gorgeous Sagittarians, indeed. Okay, so now the next sign, sorry. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to, sorry, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Capricornus. Okay, let's just see what is your spirit animal, my gorgeous Capricornus. Oh my God, dear spirit. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Look at this, so gorgeous, you know. Oh my God, this represents a need to move on. This represents something very gentle but beautiful. This represents a very wise idea. This represents a very wise reward after a wise idea, after a long time. Something that perhaps people were saying, oh, you're crazy. Or something that perhaps people were saying, why are you doing this? You know, why are you investing in this? Or why are you doing that? Why did you do it like this? Why did you do it like that? Blah, blah, blah. You know, it's to do with things like that. When you do something and then people are thinking that you're doing something completely loopy. And now this is a lot to do with representing you, that you have done an absolutely remarkable thing. And it's not only like, oh yeah, I've done a remarkable thing in the past. No, it's a lot to do with the remarkable thing that you have done in the past. It's boiling down to the point, to the choice, to the choice that you actually made. And it seemed maybe not as important when you actually took this choice on within the last few years, but now you will realize its actual importance. It's the actual direct result and the product of the choice that you have made over the last few years, but you thought the choice was like a tiny little baby, nothing too important, nothing too big, and now this choice is about to come back, my gorgeous Capricornus. It's about to give you a beautiful, gorgeous spiritual slap in your beautiful face. Did you hear that? It has to be a sign. Did you hear it? Woo! Police, you see, even the police is confirming what I just said. Even the police is confirming what I just said. It's going to give it the reason to be happy. It's going to give it the reason to be excited. It's going to slowly start changing your life, because you are going to realize the importance of it yourself, my gorgeous Capricornus, because that moment in time is going to help you to realize exactly which direction to go towards in order to move on. In fact, it's going to give you an idea, perspective, and the focus that you pretty much needed, because it's going to become a rather colorful time of your life when it comes to you, my gorgeous Capricornus. So very special and beautiful reward you're actually going to have, okay? And then on another hand, you know, the deer, it's a beautiful animal which represents like communication, being social, being around people, being you know, paying attention to our relationships, people in our lives. They are going to be playing an important role in our lives as well. But also on another hand, you are going to have a very high level of understanding, because you will come across the situation, something that you're going to see almost for a second or two this year. Something is going to surprise you, and you're going to only see it for like about 2 or 3 seconds, and that in itself, it's not going to leave your mind, because it's just going to give you all sorts of indications and signs and possibilities and realizations, ideas, you know, perspectives. It's remarkable, and it's only going to last a couple of seconds, you know, so it's really significant to pay attention to it. So you're going to see something, and that is going to bring you not only the whole new path, but the promise where you thought that the things slowly came to an end. You're going to realize that an important continuation is going to be needed, pretty much so. This is also going to start slowly changing you, you know. really slowly changing you, but in a good way, because it's a lot to do with your roots, it's a lot to do with who you are, it's a lot to do with you wanting to find out more about yourself by trying to figure out certain things about your past. But I'm talking about a long past, you know. There is going to be a very strong sign when it comes to maybe your family, when it comes to your relationships in your family. There is going to be something really, 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 really important and very unique and very beautiful that you're about to find out when it comes to maybe where you come from, or when it comes to like you know, things like when it comes to your family and people around you, you know, that is really going to surprise you completely, something that you didn't know. But this is going to be important because it's going to help you to get the part of the picture, you know. It's going to help you to like kind of get the missing puzzles that were, you know, that were kind of pretty much needed in order to create the whole picture. Important, important, important. When it comes to your passion, my gorgeous Capricornius, this is something, this is a very powerful card also, because the deer is representing, you know, it is just all about you following your own path and doing things nicely. Try not to rush into anything. This is not a year to rush into things, but to just be very gentle and just to go one step at a time. Now it's more than ever, follow your intuition, but most certainly do not rush into anything. Just go one step at a time, because throughout this year you're really going to surprise yourself how many things you're going to feel about. On Monday you will feel in a certain way about certain situation, then on Tuesday you're going to feel completely different. So this is why really it's important, because of the power of emotions and energy that you're going to have. It's almost going to cloud the picture when it comes to the actual timing. So the most important than ever, don't rush into anything, my gorgeous Capricornius, whatsoever. When it comes to the moment of judgment, when it comes to the moments of something to do with the justice, not judgment, sorry, but a very big moment of justice you are going to have. Huge moment of justice. And once that happens, a lot is going to start changing. Once that happens, there is a very specific moment that you will have when it comes to the realization and when it comes to the certain way out of the situation, but it's more to do with the path that you should be on, that you should follow it. Most certainly, it's time to pay attention, because what is going to take place, it's actually going to, it's to do with the truth, it's to do with the balance, but it's also to do with an advice that you're going to have at the same time. Very, very important indeed. So every single time when you come across this animal, my gorgeous Capricornius, whether this is going to be like in your dream, whether you're going to see this gorgeous animal, whether you're going to maybe meditate and you're going to, you know, you're going to come across this animal, is going to come to you, to your realm or to your energy, you know, you just need to know that, you know, it's an important moment coming up, but it's pretty much so connected to your past, but it's also pretty much so connected to you understanding that, you know, you must not rush into anything. In order to protect yourself, just take one step away and get back to the actual problem the next day, perhaps, or a couple of days later, or whatever time span seems right to you. So it's just a warning not to rush into anything, because you are going to find yourself like changing your mind quite a lot. And this is nothing unusual, you know, when we are having our spirituality enhanced. So because lots of informations you are going to have, so throughout this year you're going to be changing quite a lot indeed. But in order to get where you need to get, this is how things sometimes work. And a remarkable opportunity for you this year, it's gonna really show you the possibilities of not only about yourself, but also the important abilities of yours, but also the possibilities, how your life could be, how your life can be. Something is going to come up completely out of the blue, and it's going to surprise you, and it's most certainly your own beautiful special reward, my gorgeous Capricornius, okay, which is going to happen this year before the end of the year indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Aquamarine, and that's Aquarius, my gorgeous Aquamarine. Ooh, Aquamarine, this just came out. Sandpiper, there you go, Sandpiper. I mean, this is remarkable, and this is so Aquamarine. It's a beautiful bird, and it's all about the freedom, it's all about the power, it's all about spreading your wings. It's all about being quirky. It's all about proving your point. It's all about you stepping towards the right direction. It's all about you surprising yourself. It's all about you having a courage in order to deal with a very strange and unusual situation. But it's also at the same time, you know, you about stepping into the unknown that is just about to change your life. These gorgeous birds are all about the freedom, all about changing their wings, you know, with their symbolism. It's about, or about like spreading their wings, you know. It's all about being free. It's all about being quirky, but at the same time it shows you how courageous you are, and at the same time it shows how unique and powerful you are, and at the same time it's telling you that this year you are going to have a very important reward. You're going to find yourself on a path and on the journey that you did not plan, that you did not think about, but you're going to need to do it. You're going to need to make the necessary steps in order to protect yourself. This is a lot to do with your own security. It's a lot to do with your own power, but it's a lot to do with the things that have been going on around you, that have placed you into this particular position. But this position is really, really good, and most certainly it is going to be the step in the right direction. So this beautiful animal, my gorgeous aquamarini, is representing the fact that your life is going to change quite a lot, pretty much so, but it's going to happen like in the way that you would not even expect it, you know, because one day, my babies, you're going to have a step in the right direction, in the very completely new direction. So it's pretty much so. This bird is sandpiper. It's like a bit of like a wheel of fortune, you know. It's like a wheel of fortune. So this, honestly, this represents like your little wheel of fortune, my gorgeous aquamarinis, that is going to happen for you this year, which means that you are going to become the part of the situation, my babies. You did not plan this. Don't even go for it, you know. Don't even go there. You did not plan it. You did not think about it. You did not even dream about it. So something is really going to happen, that it's just going to be the beginning stages, the first steps, you know, this year. And it is going to happen like within the first few months this year. So it's the situation which is completely going to surprise you, which is going to make you to make a necessary step into the unknown. And once you step into the unknown, you're going to see the world on its own. You will be able to see and understand things from a completely different scale, but that is going to lead you towards the certain path. That path is going to change everything, because it's going to require from you to slowly start changing things, but this is a lot to do with doing the right things at the right moment, at the right time, in order to protect yourself and in order to protect people around you. This is remarkable, remarkable card, my gorgeous aquamarinis, because it also means that an ongoing problem, hallelujah, 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 an annoying problem, like a very heavy problem that was around you for quite a few years, it's now, thank God, slowly coming to an end. But this is something really big, and it's really important, and there is a huge lesson that you are going to learn from it, but it's a lot to do about the conclusion that you are going to have. After that moment in time, a lot is going to start changing, because there is going to be the heavy weight off your shoulders is going to be lifted, and most certainly this is all going to be connected to that particular step towards the right direction that you are going to have, but it's most certainly going to happen when you make that particular step into the unknown, okay? And that step into the unknown that you're going to make, it's going to happen at the moment in time when you least expect it, because just remember, this is a very similar to the actual wheel of fortune. So it's about you responding in a certain way, and that is going to bring you the world of opportunities and possibilities that you didn't have. What is this going to have to do with you throughout the whole year? Well, it means that there are going to be quite a few changes that you're actually going to have by the end of the year, my gorgeous aquamarinis. But there is that particular change that I'm talking about is literally going to change everything, you know. It's about you being free. It's about you finally spreading your wings, and it's about you finally starting to kind of get something really important and really in particular, and you will see what was bringing you down and what was making you feel really negative and what was making you feel really uneasy. You know, things that didn't make sense, they're going to make sense here. But it's going to be really important when it comes to your personal spiritual journey, because you are gonna evolve this year more than ever, most certainly, my gorgeous aquamarinis. And I really, really like it. Just pay attention to the vision which you are going to have as well. The particular vision that you are going to have is just not going to go, it will not want to go away, you know, and you're not going to be able to understand it. But then as the time goes by, it's to do a lot with you, where you are, where you live, what to do with an immediate environment, but also with the changes that you want to make, that you want to do, that we want to create. This is something that you should most certainly go for and follow it through, because it's going to bring the necessary vibrancy and energy in your life, which you're going to find very, very you know, like something that you can kind of learn from in so many different ways. And you know, you're going to find it very, very like interesting, because it is there are going to be elements and parts of your character that are most certainly going to become obvious that you should work on, but also most certainly expand yourself as well. This is the great year of success, expansion, and a big reward, okay? Because the Sandpiper, it's all like about expansion, success, and the reward. But you need to follow yourself, you need to follow your spirituality, and you need to keep on following your quirkiness, okay? This is important. And this, you're going to have a very strong indication and sign when to do exactly just that, okay? So now also, what I was going to say, it's like if you do come across this bird, my gorgeous people, like if you see it outside, if you see someone on TV, or you see it somewhere in your dream, you know, or if you can see it somewhere like while you're meditating and things like that, just remember, if you see this bird is going to trying to guide you and warn you in such a way that a very unexpected situation is coming towards you. So you will you're already going to kind of be subconsciously aware of it. So every single time you come across this bird, its message is an unexpected situation. It's coming through, it's coming forward, but it's really important, because there is going to be so much out of it when it comes to you needing to work on it in order to build your character, in order to focus on those things that you should be paying attention to. So this is a really great little warning, you know, great little warning, great little indication before an important situation arises, my gorgeous aquamarini, indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous sorry, my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Piscellini. I love it so much, my sorry, my gorgeous Piscellini. And I'm just going to see what is going to be a spirit animal for the year 2021. And it's for you, my gorgeous Piscellini. So it's for year 2021. Okay. Oh my God, peacock spirit, absolutely beautiful. You see, this year it's your time. This year it's your time to prove yourself. This year it's your time to shine. This year it's your time to change things. This year you're gonna make the great achievement. This week you're gonna get a spiritual key, Piscellini. You know what a spiritual key is? It's the spiritual key means the ability to understand things from a completely different ways, and once that happens, you're about to unlock the door, which is literally going to change your life. Just remember that this is going to be a remarkable time. There are three major, huge, enormous, massive, absolute absolutely three massive points this year are going to happen. Three massive points, three massive opportunities, three massive changes you're going to have. Three brand new doors are about to be open for you, my gorgeous Piscellinis. This is absolutely remarkable. Look at this. Let me just tell you something. When it comes to the actual peacock, look at it, how gorgeous this bird is. You know, this bird is a very, very powerful when it comes to its spirituality, and it's also very beautiful, and it's very unique. It's got the possibility to change itself, so it's all about the changes, it's all about evolvement, it's all about true colors, it's all about you expressing yourself, it's all about you explaining yourself, it's all about you doing the things right, it's all about you doing things in a quirky way, it's all about you expressing yourself the way you want to express yourself. But listen to me, more important than ever, please try try to ignore things and negativities or anything like that, because you're very deep, you're very spiritual, you're very emotional, so you are able to you're able to connect to the actual earthly energies from a much deeper way, from a much powerful and sensitive angle, which is wonderful when it comes to the actual psychic feelings, you know, understanding things, third psychic eye, dreams, meditations and things like that. But when it comes to the negativity, my babies, because you're so sensitive but you're so powerful, you see, when it comes to the actual sensitivity and lots of nonsense going on around us, you see, you need to understand this is the time to protect yourself by thinking optimistically and by making sure that you're in your own spiritual realm. You make your own spiritual barrier around you by thinking positively, by thinking optimistically in such a way where you just follow those things that make you feel good, those things that make you feel happy, those things that make you feel excited. Please try to remember this, Piscelinis. It's more important than ever, because otherwise you're just going to allow your energy to kind of come out through little holes, you know, where it shouldn't come out. So that's why in order to keep the balance, you just do things that that are representing you, do things that are making you feel excited. So this is all what Peacock is all about. It's the ability to change, the ability to transform, the ability, it's you know, the ability to be free, the ability to be yourself, you know, the ability to be so unique and so different. You are going to transform yourself this year, Piscelini. You're going to transform your life. You're going to transform your energy in the best possible way, okay? And what you need to remember is just more important than ever. It's about you just like really focusing on those things that make you feel really vavavoommish, you know, and make sure that you understand that, you know, the communication is the key. Explaining yourself and expressing yourself this year is more important than ever. Use your intuition. Use your intuition, my goodness, for things that don't make sense, for people that don't make sense around you. Sorry. Use your intuition. If there are three people telling you one thing and you know it's bad, you know it's not good, you know it's negative, you know something is wrong with these people, you should most certainly use your intuition, because this year it's going to be more powerful than ever. But on another hand, this is the way you're going to protect yourself, you see. But on another hand, what I wanted to say, sorry, about the communication, it's just more important than ever. With the power, with your ability to communicate, with your ability to express yourself, you are going to change your life. You are going to transform your life by being open and by staying true to yourself. But this is exactly what is going to happen this year. The moment which you are going to bring onto yourself, the moment which you are going to start, you are going to manifest, you are going to begin, and it's all going to start with such an interesting way of thinking, you know, and this way of thinking is going to bring you this vision, and this vision is going to almost immediately bring you a promise. And this promise is almost immediately going to unfold other things that are going to become quite obvious. So this is what am I saying, my gorgeous Piscelini. It is the opportunity that you are going to have this year, which is literally going to change your life. I mean, this wonderful animal, as I said, this gorgeous bird, it's absolutely beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful creatures in this world. Hello, look how amazing this oracle card is. Look how amazing this bird is. You are going to be able to show something. On one hand, you will be able to prove your point this year, my gorgeous Piscelini. But on another hand, somebody who's meant to see how beautiful you are, how gorgeous you are, how powerful you are, how unique you are. That other someone very special is about to see this, okay? And you're going to be pointed out. And after that happens, everything is going to change. Your life is going to change. You're going to find yourself a completely new path. Okay, and it's wonderful, it's remarkable, it's to do with a new beginning, it's to do with a new perspective, it's to do with a new focus. It's absolutely remarkable, but it's also about the power of being able to express yourself and explain yourself in the exact way that you actually want to do this. It's a remarkable a little, it's a remarkable animal, my gorgeous Piscellini, but it's also teaching you at the same time, you know, to stay true to yourself. This year it's more important than ever to stay connected with people. The people in your life are going to be playing an important role, and also the advice that you're going to have, my gorgeous Piscellini, you know, is just going to be remarkable, because the certain things that really didn't make sense, you know, the advice is going to come from someone completely different, completely weird, completely someone who you shouldn't you wouldn't even think that you would get advice from them, but most certainly it is all going to make sense, because this person is going to happen to be in the realm when it comes to you at the right moment and the right time, and most certainly it's all going to make sense, my gorgeous Piscellinis, indeed. The big moment of justice. The big moment of justice. When you also hear about the big moment of justice this year, you will know something is going to come to you. Realization. It's going to blow your mind. But most certainly, you know, there's a whole new point that you will be able to prove. But then at the same time, it's more about moving on towards the right direction. Very important moment in time when you hear about a certain justice, you know, pay attention, because there is going to be an absolutely mind-blowing little advice for you over there. Not that you're going to be told this directly, but you're going to gather the advice over the next couple of days. The certain advice is going to come to you through that justice, through that moment of justice, and you should most certainly pay attention to it. If you see this gorgeous animal, my gorgeous Piscellini, whether you see it like in your dreams, whether you see it outside, whether you see it on television, there are so many different ways this animal can enter your spirituality, can enter your journey, can enter your path. If you do see this animal, my gorgeous Piscellini, just be prepared for something really special. Be prepared for the really important moment, because this animal is going to be warning you, and it's going to try to let you know that a very big moment is coming, babies, when you're gonna need to express yourself as much as you can. And this is exactly what this gorgeous animal is doing. You will realize how beautiful you are, how powerful you are, how unique you are by being yourself. This is all you need to do throughout this year. I'm not saying that you weren't yourself, don't get me wrong, please, but this year it's more important as ever to actually do so. But in particular, if you see this animal, this is the message that this animal is bringing you. Is bringing you the message that an important moment is coming when you're going to need to explain yourself, you're going to need to express yourself, and that in itself is going to bring you life-changing opportunity every single time this happens, indeed. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous people. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous people. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Mwah.